Do not attempt to adjust your speakers. The sounds that you're about to hear are various sounds that come from a human's mouth. So this is what we came with.
The song is called Menadosa. It's from a guy who lived in Menadosa. It's Johnson's Crook. They're a band, and he made that song. Funny enough, Haley's very first safe grad event that I did, they wanted that song. I never had it. I pulled it up, put it on there. Oh. Every single one of them sang it. And now you play that song, nobody knows.
No one knows it. It like had a weird call for like 2-3 years.
2-3 years knows it.
Everybody's singing it.
Yeah.
So we got some nice energies happening in here. Exactly. Cole keeps us on track. She's got a great smile. It's great. I can see. Look at her. She's like, hey, we better get this episode started.
I know.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 2 of For the Record podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ronnie, and don't spit the coffee out.
Can't laugh when I'm drinking coffee.
And go ahead, introduce yourself.
I'm Joey, co-host here of the old what's this thing called again? Off the record? On the record? I don't know. I was just
For the record.
For the record.
It's an entire second episode. We did a whole episode not knowing the name of the podcast. Do you not listen? You should start listening to the podcast. That way, on the way drive, you can listen to it and be like, "Oh, this is what I said."
Well, I will, but I don't know. It's just like you watch a show or do an activity, not necessarily knowing what the activity. You know what the activity is, but you don't know what it's called. It's not about that. It's about the fun. It's about the conversation. I was too busy thinking about you, Ronnie.
Okay.
For what this is called. I'm back. I am the co-host, DJ and event host here.
Yes.
At Trident.
And we're back for
boss.
episode number 2. Last episode was pretty fun where we went through the top 5 songs for each of us for summer 2024. But this episode is going to be slightly different. We're going to go through a DJ horror story.
Okay.
Of a nightmare at a wedding. Again, this is straight out of the internet. And I felt like this happens quite often. And I feel like we need to talk about it because it is so funny, but at the same time, so sad that it's true and it happens all the time. And how we try, well, at least in our head, it just feels like so unprofessional. But I just want to touch on how
this is going to be my first hot take of the episode. I'm going to lean forward here. Okay, so people, it is normal for events to go wrong. And I want to make sure that people know that. We do a lot of events, and 99% of them don't go exactly to plan. But that's the beauty of, I don't know, just events, things happening live in person. So as crazy, I don't even know what this story is, but as crazy as it's about to be, like in the fact that it happens relatively commonly, I'm excited to hear because this is normal and this is fun. And the fact that we're able to poke fun at it is awesome. I'm sure that, well, maybe I'm not sure, but I was going to say, I'm sure the event was still good. Maybe it wasn't. but
he has no idea.
I have no idea. But hot take, events go wrong. And I think the best events to some extent go wrong. Maybe this takes a little too far, but.
Okay. You ready for this?
I am ready. I'm going to interject.
If you have a question or if you want to.
I'm probably going to interject without any questions, just commentary.
Got it. Okay.
Let me I'm going to sit back for this. Does it sound okay? This is
okay,
it. All right.
Good.
Story time.
Are you ready?
Wait.
Oh my God.
I'm caffeinated. I'm good to go.
All right.
Go for it.
The amount of edits we'll have to do on this.
Don't edit any of this. This is real deal. This is real conversation. They want to hear me sipping my coffee, man.
Fair enough. The story goes, we hired blah, blah entertainment for our wedding last weekend, and it was terrible. I want to share my story to save any other brides the same strategy. We hired a man. We will call him Banjo.
Of course it was a man. Men. Shaking my head. Go ahead.
To DJ and MC our ceremony in a random location. We took a chance since my groom knew him from his past, and Banjo was just starting his business.
Okay. It's the first red flag. All right. You know, the groom, he knows him. That I hear that. Do you not hear that all the time?
All the time.
Right. And for whatever reason, maybe this is wrong to say, but predominantly speaking, brides run the show in terms of planning a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes the groom just gets his 2 cents put in there a little bit. And it will be something like that with the DJ. Hey, I trust you, babe. We'll do it. But I want to make sure that we have such and such. Mm-hmm. I knew him in college, man. He is the man.
Yeah.
Brides, I give you full power. Don't listen to that at all. Okay, sorry.
I've come to learn in recent years that men's taste in general is not the same as women's taste, and especially when it comes to a wedding and things like that.
Bad.
As much as I'm in the wedding industry, and as much as I understand both sides, in general, if again, like brides, you give all the power to your guy. Absolutely, let him make decisions for sure, but make sure to vet it. Just because the expectations and vision is not the same.
No.
So as long as your guys are on the same page, great. If you're not, then figure out how to get on there.
Yep.
So
how many times have you heard this where the bride goes, "Oh, it was just so bad. Like this was so tough," and the groom go, "Well, I don't think it was that bad." That is man,
and that is just the way we operate.
It wasn't that bad. Right? I've said that too many times to count. Sorry. Okay, so
yes.
Quick highlight. Okay, so bad wedding. She
Terrible
trusted
time.
the groom.
Yes.
She trusted the groom to choose the DJ. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we took a chance since my groom knew him from his past, and Banjo was just starting his business. So groom thought maybe let me support his business.
Hold on, his name is Banjo?
No, it's made up for this.
Oh, okay.
But it's a cool name to make up.
Did you make that up?
No, I did not make it up. It was just the way it was. He was supposed to show up 2 hours early and didn't get there until 30 minutes prior.
Okay.
Long story short.
Hold on before you get that.
2 hours.
I'm going to give this guy benefit of doubt, first of all. Like, something could have happened. Something could have happened.
We don't know. We don't know the backstory.
We don't know the backstory, right? Could have got held up, kids, work, other life. But, regardless, try to be professional, try to get there in good time. But it happens. Okay. I'm still on the DJ side at this point.
You're not going to be very soon. Long story short, he played the wrong song for the bridal party procession.
Oh.
And deleted the song that was supposed to play when I walked down the aisle, causing a 5-minute delay in the ceremony. First of all, I don't know how you play the wrong song, because I'm assuming you would be like, okay, what song do you want to walk down to?
You could play. It happens, right?
No, it doesn't happen.
He got big sausage fingers. He touched the wrong one. But I don't understand. How did you delete the song?
Delete the song that the bride was supposed to walk down.
Oh.
So she's just hanging out back there.
Oh man!
While everybody's waiting.
I hope the
silence.
I hope the officiant already told him to stand up. Like everybody rides the bride, and they're just standing there.
5 minutes goes by, no brides physically was. He was frantically trying to find the right one, and we ended up having to play it off of a guest's phone.
Oh, man!
Hold on. It still gets going, so we'll come back to it.
Oh.
After the ceremony, I had to remind Banjo he was the MC for the event and to let him know to release people to get their food. He didn't. First of all, I had to remind Banjo he was the MC. That's a massive red flag. He did not play any of the music that we added to our playlist. We spent 2 hours putting that list together as the music played was really important to us.
Okay, and let's pop you there too. So yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
When we get requests from couples to music to be played, I'll be the first to admit, we maybe don't follow it to a T.
Yeah.
But it really gives you an idea of what they like and who they are as people.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to call him Banjo. What a dumb name. I'm very happy you didn't.
I so like the word name
whatever, yeah. Well.
Such a banjo move.
It's such a banjo. Yeah. What a banjo. Yeah. If he was really professional, he would have been a full-on guitar, not a wimpy banjo.
Not a banjo.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a problem. He
So
needed
none
to
of the music that
he
was
doesn't know
given
what
to
his
them.
job is, and he's doing it poorly. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right. They spent 2 hours putting the music together. It was important to them. On top of that, he was rude to anyone who tried to request a song, even me. Brother, you were hired to do one job. Oh God. Okay,
I don't
keep
care
going.
what. No. I don't care what your job. This is just a general thing. I don't care what your job is.
Yes.
Even if you naturally aren't the nicest, kindest person, you gotta try. You gotta try. Now, one thing I tell people, like, my job as a DJ is to run your party,
Mhm,
not my party.
mhm.
I might have some knowledge in terms of what might work and what might not work, but ultimately it is your party, and this
Mhm.
guy, it's his party. It's Banjo's party.
It's not Banjo's party.
Ugh.
God. So
Keep
like
going.
okay, and on top of not being able to, what is your job as a DJ? Your job as a DJ to make sure everybody there, the guests and the couple and the wedding party and friends and family that are there to have the best time possible. And your job is to do that through music. And what kind of DJ are you when you show up and you don't even play the songs that they want you to play? At that point, they're just asking you to be a glorified jukebox, and you can't even do that. That's All right.
Yep.
He got drunk at the 3-hour reception.
Of course, Banjo got drunk. Of course, Banjo got drunk.
He got drunk at the 3-hour reception so much that the bartender had to cut him off.
Oh,
He blew well over the legal limit, and he had to sit in the parking lot until he sobered up enough to drive home.
they're breathalyzing the DJ. They're taking.
I don't know who's breathalyzing it, but somebody was, I guess.
She's whipping out. You guys got one of those on? Oh, sorry. Well, how funny is silly of me to suggest everybody's got a breathalyzer test on them at all times, right? He's got one of those. I got one in my fanny pack here. No, I don't.
But
they breathalyze it. Yeah. Oh,
okay, forget the blew over the legal limit. How do you get drunk at a reception? Oh my God!
Like, we don't consume alcohol. At
that's
our
an
events.
absolute cardinal sin. You were not touching.
In rare occasions,
No rare occasions.
Like, rare occasion, it just it happens just because of the chaos event. But like, the big thing is we're professionals and we are trying to maintain. And when alcohol's involved in anybody's behavior, it changes your perception
100%.
of everything.
And all our guys know, like we remotely not even close to a bar at an event at any time.
No,
but
we're also driving to these
and
events.
you're driving home at the end of the night. And how are you gonna drive home? Oh my God!
Yeah, no,
I
okay.
can't.
But I
It
work-
makes me furious, and all I can do is laugh. It's
even if we entertain the idea of drinking at events, which we don't do, I don't have time. I'm playing music. I'm playing music the whole time.
How in this case, in Banjo's case, he's not playing the music. I don't know how he's playing the music.
Banjo.
God.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so every one of our staff, like, you touch an alcohol out the door, you're done. Never again.
Mhm.
You're dead to us.
Well, just
But
because
it's like it's someone's wedding day. They hire you to be there. How do you even? Okay, never mind.
it's a job. Yeah.
Next on, he was more interested in playing his own mixes, even though no one was dancing to it.
Yep.
He also asked me to bring his girlfriend as his assistant, who ultimately just ended up getting drunk off the free alcohol as well.
See, you know what? I'm back on Banjo's side here. Okay.
Oh no!
I'm back on Banjo's side here.
No.
Maybe this is just me. Like, free alcohol at events is always a risky move. Always a risky move. I want my guests at my future wedding to have a good time, but you got to know if you have unlimited amounts of free alcohol, whether it's the guests, whether it's your family, something crazy is going to happen. This is not excusing the whole situation, because this is clearly.
So you're clearly not on Banjo's
Clearly,
side.
no, I'm not on
Okay,
Banjo's
good.
side. Really, I was just trying to get a hot take. I'm trying to be controversial here, but yeah, another big problem. Like yeah.
I'm like, and it's not
Yeah.
just you as a DJ. Your girlfriend who ended up being your assistant. I don't know with what, but ended up drinking Oh my God. Like I said, sharing my story to any of you who may be considering this DJ, he may be cheaper than some other options out there. So this is the last line that's pretty cool. It says, he may be cheaper than some of the other options out there, but you definitely get what you pay for.
Yep.
And that's a hard lesson to learn after the day is done. And that's you're like, what are you gonna do? Like rewind it? Like run it back? No, you can't. It's done.
Last week, I bought a toaster. But a toaster was on sale for $10. We had to buy another toaster because we bought the $10 toaster the first time. Don't buy $10 toasters; they break. They don't toast evenly. You got to buy minimum the $25 to $30 toaster. Heck, if you're real bougie, you can buy the $60 toaster.
God.
You generally get what you pay for.
There's so many lessons to learn from this. It is from the very first part of having a sit-down chat with who your DJ is, or pretty much in this case, who your entertainment is, and understanding who they are and their personality, first of all, and knowing that they'll fit with what you're trying to do. Second is having a thorough planning session prior, so every single part of the music and every single song that's being played during those important moments is taken care of and planned prior. And 3, understanding logistics of the vendor. This is going to be, when are they going to arrive? How are they going to set up? Where are they going to set up? Layout of the place, all of that. And understanding that you have a playlist and you have a music style that you want them to follow, and for them to understand that and that they will follow it. And you'll get that whole vibe of if they're going to or not, or they're going to play their own mixes earlier on when you're sitting in that meeting and going through it. And the rest of the whole stuff could be avoided, like him getting drunk at this reception and playing his own mixes, all that, like months prior, and you'll understand it. Okay, this person, yes, we're gonna work with them or not work with them. End of story. Like it's so much could be avoided, all because you have decided to have a 35-minute chat with,
it comes down to communication, right? Like you can pay
and understanding what they want.
Weddings are expensive, and you need to cut costs at certain points. But again, most problems can be avoided with communication, right? And if you have someone that you're working with, whether it's photography, music, flowers, whatever aspect of your wedding, you need to just make sure you talk to them, because you can avoid all these problems. I don't know. I think that the 2 notes I want to make from this two are one about the music specifically and one about events. Is I think we just agreed on that. Like communication with your vendors is so important. And if you're on the same page with your vendors, then I think it relieves your stress. Like I know a lot of people who have had events, and the stress is just from not knowing, like not hearing from people, right?
Uncertainty causes a lot of stress. And what you get with professional vendors is certainty. And that certainty will put you at ease on a lot of different variables. And from start of the day to the end of the night, from your makeup artist hair to all the way to
and people make mistakes, right? But and it is primarily on the vendor to, I think, communicate that, but it's also on you as the people getting married, right? Like you if you feel uncomfortable or you're stressed out, right? Talk to your people, talk to your filmographers, talk to your photographer, talk to whoever you need to, just to make sure that you can ease your stress, because you're ultimately not going to have a good time on your own wedding day if you're thinking about all these things.
And here's a hot take, because I wanted to.
Can I lean forward too?
Yes.
Okay.
The people, again, I'm going to sound as biased as possible. I'm going to try to sound biased, even though I'm not trying to. But people don't remember the chocolate fountain that was on your dessert table.
Although it was tasty. Go ahead.
They don't remember the centerpieces that you meticulously thought about.
Although they looked really good. Keep going.
But they are definitely going to remember, how good of a time that they had at Jack and Jane's wedding reception. They're going to remember. It's not because, those things don't matter. They do. I understand that. But what are they going to remember after the event is, man, we went to the wedding reception. It was the best time we've ever had. And this comes down to what kind of experience they have from the moment they step into that reception or ceremony venue to the moment they walk home with their shoes in their hand and ties around their heads. It's literally, that is what they're going to remember, is those moments. It's not the rest of the stuff. So when you're looking at costing and, pricing stuff, do what's important to you. Prioritize, is a chocolate fountain going to be important? Or is it going to be good entertainment that's going to be important? Or is it going to be good photography that's going to be important? Or is it going to be good food that's going to be important? Like, prioritize what that's going to be.
And you're allowed to have that choice too with some people, and this is totally okay. The wedding is most important to them, right? A lot of people get married for themselves. Right? They want to have their party their own
wedding
way.
Is your
That's
wedding.
okay. Great. Some people want to have the wedding and the party for other people. And that's good and bad. But if you're going to be that way, don't matter. I'm not, no judgment on how you want. If you're throwing this party because you want your family to have the best time ever, that's totally okay. But you just have to let your budget and what you're putting all your time towards reflect that. And that's exactly it. And then we were looking specifically at music, right? The banjo might throw a great house party.
Probably.
Maybe throws a great house party.
Probably is drunk about an hour into the party.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's a house party.
Yeah.
That is not
a
wedding.
And again, going back to the groom knew him from his past. The groom might have known him from his frat house party. You don't know that. And the guy was great at that party, and you had a great time, 100%. There are different tools for different things, and just like that, there are different professionals for different events. Yeah. There's a reason for it. So, but that was TJ Horror Stories. There's going to be so many of these. I'm going to get so fired up about them, but we will end that episode here. I think that was great advice. I think that was good. But what's another way of saying coffee?
Oh, yes.
Joey?
Recurring segment.
Recurring segment. He's going to have to take
Joey's unique way of saying coffee. Hot brown. It's hot.
What? What?
Tell me how that's crazy. It might be funny, but that's not crazy.
You know exactly how that's crazy.
That's not crazy. What color is coffee?
Hot.
What color is coffee? Hey, Hayden, what color is coffee? Tell me, just say it nice and loud so the mic can hear you.
Not only is it brown, but it's also hot.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's black.
It's not black.
Okay, you don't go to a coffee. Like, you don't go to Tim's and be like, "Give me a brown coffee." You asked for a black coffee.
Nope. Hot brown. Tasty.
Okay, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Watch this on YouTube. For the Record podcast. I guess that's end of episode.
For the record. Sorry, I remember it now. For the record. Not on the record, not off the record.
That is took 2 episodes to remember.
I got it. That's okay. That's better than 3.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Good chow.